Not very mobile, so she gets caught alone just like that. She's going to explode. Speaking of explode, my goodness. That's one thing too, and I've always thought about this. Running through the streets with a healer would be so fantastic for a character like Psylocke or Star-Lord. And when you have Jeff, who is able to DPS and heal specifically you can basically live forever. It's actually so powerful and so smart. All right, guys, so we got Biomachina here on the Psylocke, rank 1 above all, one of the best to ever do it here, an up-and-coming demon. Trying to put in some work here on Holojalia one more time. As a matter of fact, guys, can I even get through the intro? My boy's already slamming the back line just like that, taking out the Rocket, and now diffing the Luna with the help of none other than the best DPS in the game, Jeff the Shark. Now, running through the streets one more time. Who else wants the hands? Right now, everybody in absolute shambles, jumping up onto the height. Emma also going to go down, putting on a clinic, blasting. I think it was Cairo on the enemy Psylocke, and be going down as well too. Venom running for his life. He might start twerking, he might just die. Let's see what he does. Trying to make his way back to his team. Or is he? He wants to try and set up a slam or something. He's gonna go for it. Very low health onto the Loki. Definitely doing his job, but now as you can see here, it's literally 0 health. Able to make it out of there alive somehow. Jeff on both sides as well too. Let's see what happens here. Looking for a 1v1. Not gonna quite get the combo, unfortunately. Also a very, very hard fight to take, especially with the health pack right there for the enemy Jeff. Venom jumping back on, again getting frozen, getting hooked, getting slammed, just like that. Biomachina now pushing up onto the Luna. Great shots coming out. Pushing up onto quite literally everybody, having the snowflake on his head, saying, I don't care about anything, I'm jumping in. Let me just get a little closer, if you don't mind. Is that okay? We'll be jumping onto the healers right here, gonna go for the ulti, but they are going to separate, unfortunately for the Luna though. She thought she was safe, but like I had mentioned, Jeff can be able to take her down when she has her back turned, just like that. Now rolling back the entire offense one more time, trying to hit a little bit of a jump spot right there through the wall. Everybody getting rolled all the way back, just like that. Playing a bit of hard cover here on the right side next to our Emma as well. Enemy Psylocke pushing up, now saying, not today. You know what, might be a little bit in over my head. Bucky, come with me, I need help. My goodness. Dashing away one more time. There goes the enemy side popping off. Emma is going to fall. Unfortunately, now we might be in a bit of trouble right here. We have Psylocke pushing up on the right side, able to pop the clone, get around the corner. Unfortunately, though, going to go down. Not really even sure how. I think he might have got his soul taken from him right there by the Emma. We're gonna have to reset. Biomachina making his way downtown, back to the point. Unfortunately, Bucky and Jeff are gonna be going down. With actually, I think it was also our Jeff going for a ult right there, the suicide for the 2-piece rather. Gonna get frozen, kind of a crazy freeze. Gonna get the health pack in a 1v1 against Psylocke, kind of a 2v1, making a 2v2 with the double clone pops. Yeah, with double clone pop, sounds delicious. I'm just gonna say it, okay? But unfortunately right here, gonna have to give up point number 1. Having a chance to get a solid combo, even with the snowflake on the enemy Psylocke, gonna be able to take her down. And now, we have the rest of the team meeting up with us on the stairs right here. Trying our best to push up onto the Rocket. Gonna get chokeslammed, saying, don't touch my healers. Mommy kicking us into the wall. Unfortunately, Biomachina gonna have to reset right here. Now, pushing out one more time, meeting up with the rest of the crew. Ulti in hand as well. The offense in shambles, going down quite a bit. Still playing up on height. You'll notice at the highest level too that players will try to play up on height whenever possible. However, if you get jump scared like that, not much you can really do. You're gonna get blasted by the Emma, getting his soul sucked out through the test tubes or whatever those things happen to be up on height. In a scary spot for a second. Gonna be going for the solo ulti on the Luna. Gonna pop the ult early. Not gonna be able to slip off and get anybody here. Trying to stay safe up on height. Now as the rest of the offense pushes up onto the point. Playing in the Luna ulti, trying to get some progress there. We got the Loki clones up on height as well too, going to get attacked by the enemy Jeff rather, I'm sure. Up on height, Psylocke now trying to escape. Enemy Jeff popping off, but the Luna ult is going to pop and keep everybody alive on the point. Chaos in the streets, my goodness. Cairo and also the enemy Jeff, Luther, taking down 2 players right there, now getting rolled all the way back. Scary spot to be in. Bucky in shambles, might be going down, using his shift to try and get around the corner. Unfortunately going to fall to the hands of Emma. Now Biomachina by himself right here, getting a little bit of assistance by the Jeff. The movement speed of the E is diabolical, able to get out of that small dark room where he was by himself, potentially going to go down. Having a chance to play some hard cover here with the Emma shield in front. We hear some players up on height about to get dove by Jeff and Psylocke, of all characters, the best diving duo in the entire game. We all know this. Now playing up on height. Unfortunately, not going to be able to land that combo onto the rocket. He tries to stay safe here from the Emma. In behind her, able to put some damage on. Also, for those of you that don't know, if Emma is in her ult, she cannot also be in diamond. So she's very vulnerable if you can get behind her in her ult. So now, trying to regroup with the team. Unfortunately here, Luther, the enemy Jeff, kind of going crazy. Taking out a good handful of players and be backing up here. The pools go down for the Loki, but they are going to disappear. Now finding ourselves in a scary spot against the enemy Bucky. And also, one more time for the kids at home. Slammed against the wall by the enemy Emma. You hate to see it, but you love to see it, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Unfortunately, going to have to reset here again in the final moments. Now pushing through the fog here is Biomakina. Ulti still in hand here. Let's see if we can make a play. Potentially go for the counter ulti on the Bucky. Able to take out the shield if we can. The Bucky not getting the reset though. Gonna route the corner here, potentially try and get something going. The Psylocke is gonna fall. We have all of our cooldowns if we need them. Dashing away right here. Luna gonna push up onto the Bucky aggressively. We hear the ult pop, or not the ult, or sorry, the Jeff ulti popping right there. Unfortunately, Biomakina gonna be taken on a trip right here. Going on a little vacation. Let's see what happens. Popping bubbles, also able to get healed up. Thankfully for us, Luna did get kidnapped with us, so we're able to have some help making our way back to the team. Whole squad actually rolling with us, setting up a pseudo pinch that the enemy team did not want to be a part of. Bucky getting choke slammed one more time. Biomakina now still with the ulti in hand, burning a hole in his pocket at this point, holding on to it for a very long time, but we are not holding on not done holding on to it just yet. Still dancing in the invis ulti. There goes the ulti right there. Let's see if we can take her down. We absolutely can. I don't know if we're going to get anybody else. A little bit of damage onto the Emma now by herself. Good combo going through. Emma on Emma action. She's in shambles in the diamond mode, still able to stay alive and get healed up by the Jeff. Very scary spot to be for the other side. Cairo going to be going down. Bucky going to be going down as well too. Enemy Emma popping off again, but we're going to just try and kite that. We have no interest in getting blasted by that ulti. Still very strong. The dash through with the melee as well, taking down the enemy Luna one more time. Biomakina in a place we've never seen him before, up on Rocket, trying to chase him down. Jeff getting in the mix as well too. Not sure if actually meta or if it's just comical. My goodness. Both sides having Jeff and Psylocke running like it's Star-Lord out here. My goodness. Gonna have to reset again. Now pushing up here. A little bit quiet as we're about to recommence this next team fight. The first point of contact, Biomakina pushing up onto the Jeff with the dash through one more time, and the ulti about to go crazy. Luna in shambles. Luna going to go down, trying to get after the rocket amplifier as well too, trying to take that down. Going to get it out of here as quick as possible. Now pushing in behind the entire team, trying to push up on the Psylocke. A bit of a mistake there, dashing into the wall, but she is able to escape. Now finding ourselves in a crazy weird spot, getting jump scared by the portal, finding herself on the wrong side of town for a second, but able to get back out. Now wrapping around the team. Only having a dash online, so we gotta play a little bit safer for a second. Get that uptime. The passive aim going in by Biomakina, trying to put some damage onto the rocket in shambles here. The melee weave, he's still gonna live though. It's craziness on the point. Luna popping the ult, so we have some more sustain. Trying to get the damage onto the enemy Luna, about to get a brainwash going. Getting saved by the shield. So lucky is the enemy Luna one more time. Cairo on the Psylocke popping off, taking out our Emma again. 87 to the ulti, pushing all the way to the point, taking down the rocket one more time. Jeff can get it as well too. Gonna be able to survive, but here comes the ulti one more time. Jeff still in shambles. Emma and Strange taking the bulk of this damage. Strange is gonna fall, and Biomakina one more time, even after a valiant effort. The offense gonna roll that one in for a full 3 points. And now it's Biomakina's turn on offense here. Gonna notice as well, we also have a Star-Lord to run through the streets with. If we have the triple manpower with the Jeff and the Star-Lord, guys, we're looking at some diabolical work here on offense. Jeff already getting into the back line, trying to set up a little bit of misdirection. Luna getting the initial pick on the enemy Jeff, just like that. There goes another great pick. Great shots coming up from Biomakina, able to take down the Luna. Now, wrapping in behind, we have ourselves in very good position as far as being in front of and behind the team. Standardly known as a pinch. 3 players falling just like that, make it 4 players instantly going down on the defense with a good handful of players on the point, trying to cap it so we can move forward here quickly trying to make haste of point number 1 here. Gonna get that point and also hold back the defense on this right side choke. We saw Psylocke in shambles for a second. It might have been her clone though with the Emma team up. Also Magneto in shambles. Crazy damage coming out. Unfortunately there, going to actually explode is Biomechanic. Gonna have to reset here in point number 2. Now meeting back up with the team. We see Rocket up on height. That might be our man. We'll see what happens here though. Emma also very, very low. Having Snowflake on our head again. Emma is going to be the first to fall. Here goes the ulti. Let's see what happens. Going to be able to potentially get one. No, unfortunately, the clone. That's another very smart thing as well, too. It even actually nerfs Psylocke to a degree, is that there is an enemy Psylocke with the Emma team up. You saw him pop that second clone. And then actually the ulti was targeting the clone as well as the real Psylocke and the Meg, and unfortunately nobody was able to go down. So if you're ever finding yourself in a Psylocke mirror match, not a bad strategy to pop that clone for more survivability if you're gonna try to protect your team. So unfortunately here, Psylocke going way, way up, taking out our Star-Lord up on height. My goodness. Getting jump scared a little bit, stuck in the corner. You hate to see that. We have a health pack behind us, gonna try and kite that and keep our sights on the enemy Psylocke again. Not quite turning our back to try and still scare her away, but now in a scary spot. We have our Jeff popping off, getting the 2-piece right there as well too. So we have the man advantage. There goes the Luna as well. Psylocke in shambles, trying to put that damage on. Transitioning over to the Emma as well. So waiting for a second while she was frozen to let the rest of the team get a little bit closer. Because if you shoot her right away, she will get unfrozen or woken up. Popping the ulti, there goes the Luna again, there goes the Psylocke one more time. Bucky in shambles, the melee gonna get the kill! My goodness! The combos, the combinations are immaculate. Blasting through everybody. The one thing I really love about how Biomechanic plays is when he uses his ult, he does not use it as an exclamation point to his combo. He uses it mid-fight and then continues on like it doesn't even matter. It is just damage to him rather than saying this has to be the Hail Mary that kills everybody. Playing off of it beautifully, getting the kill there on the Bucky as well and pushing through into point number 3. Now here, playing up on height. Waiting for the rest of the team to push forward in behind as well. Again, we have our Jeff blasting the enemy Loki one more time, able to take him down. You love to see this. This is a very unorthodox play with Jeff. Yes, we've heard of Flank Jeff. Flank Jeff for a very long time was a bit of a troll thing to do, or it was funny. People were kind of experimenting with it, but you're seeing it here in a one above all / eternity lobby, working to perfection. This is actually no joke right now. My goodness, so as I say, speaking of no joke, unfortunately gonna be going down, I think it was to the Emma ulti as well, being accompanied by the Psylocke, gonna have to reset again. So here, pushing out with Snowflake on our heads again. We got Flank Jeff on both sides as well. Kind of a problem. We got Star-Lord trying to chase him down, corralling the enemy Jeff. Putting on some very long-range damage onto the Psylocke, sitting at 76 to the ulti now. Pushing up aggressively with the Invis, who we're looking for, trying to get the Psylocke, and we are gonna get her as well too. Bucky about to go crazy. Emma trying to get a choke slam. We said, not today, Satan. Eat a combo to the dome, just like that. Biomechanic able to take down the enemy Emma one more time, now chasing down the Rocket. Losing sight of him, we know he's up on the wall. We can see this on the X-ray. But Biomechanic, unfortunately, does not have the luxury of wall hacks. So here, he's pushing up aggressively. Gonna have the Loki pools down. Just trying to hold the point to the best of their ability. A couple players on point as well. Jeff gonna be in shambles, but as usual, able to survive a situation like that. Having the ulti in hand one more time. What are we looking for if we can get the Loki? Loki is actually down right now, so we have a chance to pop off if we want to. Looking for something here, just trying to get to the point. Putting some damage onto the enemy Psylocke one more time. The ulti goes crazy. The combo, and also going to be taking down the Bucky as well. Emma going to fall to the hands of Loki, and it looks like we're about to march this in. As I say it though, Loki from the shadows going to be able to touch for a second. Still super close, and just like that, able to get 3 points on the board. Now all of a sudden finding ourselves in an overtime situation. So here we are now in overtime on defense. Let's see the option. Dagger about to be an absolute shambles, popping the shroud immediately, trying to run for her life. It's one of the things about this character, not very mobile. So if she gets caught alone just like that, she's going to explode. Speaking of explode, my goodness. That's one thing too, and I've always thought about this. Running through the streets with a healer would be so fantastic for a character like Psylocke or Star-Lord. And when you have Jeff, who is able to DPS and heal specifically you can basically live forever. It's actually so powerful and so smart if the Jeff player plays in this way. Flank Jeff is one thing, but it's more like Tether Jeff. We have Yuumi Jeff, League of Legends Yuumi Jeff on the Psylocke, trying to keep her alive. and it actually is working out extremely, extremely well, having a portable health pack in Jeff to run through the streets and just be so aggressive, take some risky plays that you typically would never be able to do. But just because of that, able to do so much more. Popping the clone onto the Starlet as well. Dancing around, my goodness, bro is trying to live. Unable to get those shots right there. I don't mind that Biomachina actually stood still because he was not in any real danger, just trying to land those shots, kind of like that. My bro lands good shots when he's standing still, but he might be even better when he's popping and locking just like that. Psylocke in shambles, gonna go down one more time, trying to dash away. Quick little cheeky melee on the way by, saying, I'm trying to get to safety, but if I can min-max my damage and try and take you out just like that, I'm gonna do it. No points on the board there for the offense, but now Biomachina and the rest of the boys trying to push up on offense here to see if they can solidify the game. Now here we are on offense. Let's see the setup here. Final overtime. We win the game or we lose the game right here. We would love to get that tick and take the dub. We really don't want to end up in a draw rather than a loss, actually. So here, already pushing up aggressively. Once again, Dagger is gonna be the target, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, English or Spanish, what's this rocket doing? Gonna go down as well too. Not sure what he's doing there. Mannequin challenges all over the place. We also have Meg in shambles, popping the clone. My boy is alone, not quite gonna go down just yet. Gonna just play very close to the health pack. We don't need it just yet, still sitting at 250, but just in case. Pushing everybody back, and this is about to be the game right there. Everybody getting rolled. Got one player on. Spider-Man here just to try and touch, but he is gonna go down, and just like that, that is gonna be the game in a 4-3 fashion. And guys, just like that, Biomachina is gonna be the MVP of the game with 51 kills, only 7 deaths, a 5-piece, and 37 final hits. The number one takeaway for me in this game was how the Jeff player was actually very, very effective. To be fair, for the majority of the time, we were also running triple support, but the way he was sidecarring to Psylocke, which is something you don't see very frequently. We typically see Psylocke sidecar to a Strange or a Meg or sometimes even Emma, but having the Jeff quite literally chase Biomachina around like a puppy, literally, was the difference maker. Up on height, flanking, diving, healing, and fighting at the same time. Biomachina was the MVP, but I think that this Jeff player was also the star of the game. Crazy good stuff coming out, and I'm terrified to see more of this in the future.